Here's the best way to lose belly fat. Cardio, waste of time. In this video, I'm going to break down step by step what you can do to lose belly fat and have a game plan so you feel confident leaving this video knowing that you can make a difference. But before we get started, if you're a busy young professional man, you're a busy dad, military first responder sales, you're in any of that, and you're tired of spinning your wheels in the gym and you don't want to have to get to starve or waste any more time to get lean and stronger and really be proud of that reflection you see in the mirror every day, go ahead, tap the link down below and I'll write you a custom workout for just $49. Just something to get you going, and I'll show you how to use it and everything. Now, when it comes to belly fat, losing belly fat, you can't just lose it. When you're in a deficit and you're losing fat, your body's gonna pull fat from all over the body. And what determines that is your genetics, or how fast you're losing weight, or hormones. But that's getting more into the weeds. What I'm trying to say is that you cannot spot reduce. You cannot be like, I want less fat on my arms, or I want less belly fat, and then do a bunch of crunches and lose fat in this type of way to lose that. As you lose weight, as your body goes through the calories, that you're in a caloric deficit, it's just going to pull where it's going to pull it from, right? So there's no such thing as spot reduction. Now, how do you actually lose the belly fat? That's really important. That's why you're watching this video. That's why I have a job. So the way you do this is by being in a caloric deficit. And all that means is that you are you're putting out more calories than you're taking in, okay? That means that you have your maintenance figured out. You know how many calories it is that it takes for you to maintain your weight without changing a thing, right? And then you're inducing a caloric deficit. You're either going to be burning more calories than you currently take in, or you're going to reduce the amount of calories you're taking in, and while still burning or whatever, right? So I mean, there's several different strategies, but if you were my client, the way I would do it is we would calculate your macros, your calories, figure out what your maintenance is, and then do a 250 to 500 calorie deficit based off that, right? So my maintenance is around like 2,700, 2,800, 2,900, right? And so I'm currently eating 2,400 calories. I'm going for a little bit more of aggressive cut. I'm going to be losing, I'm going to be losing weight each week. But it's a little more aggressive, but it's not so aggressive that I'm going to struggle with a bunch of cravings and end up burning out and starving myself, right? However, if you want to do a nice gradual approach, do a 250 calories. If you want something a little more aggressive, do 500 calories. If you want to crash diet and just lose all the weight so quick and then just burn out at the end, go ahead, take some Ozempic and starve yourself. Do hours and hours of cardio. And with that, cardio is not what's going to get you there, right? If you have your diet in check and you're already, you have a slight, deficit with that, and you're doing a lot of cardio, you don't necessarily need that. Is it helpful? Absolutely, but it has to be used and applied correctly. The classic weight loss approach of just running on a treadmill for miles and miles and elliptical and aerobics classes and all that to lose weight. You lose weight, but you're not going to like how you look at the end of it, because you're going to lose a lot of muscle too, right? Which is why it's very important for you as you're in this deficit to lift weights too, so that you like your physique. So you have some abs when you're done, man. So you look good at the end. So you like your physique. And while you're in this deficit, if you're lifting weights, you're going to be sending signals to your body to preserve more muscle. And you're probably going to build a little bit too, depending on how advanced you are, right? Or where you're at with your journey. And you're just going to like your physique a lot more. And it's going to complement maintaining more muscle throughout the deficit, the fat loss. Now, again, if you're my client, this is how we do it. We have your diet, right? We're calculating your macros. We're in a deficit. I've got you doing that. I got you lifting, depending on what's suitable for your schedule. Typically, I have my clients do 3 total body workouts because they're usually busy. They can only do so much, right? So we're optimizing your volume and the time you put in. We're hitting it hard. We're going home. I've calculated your macros and whatnot. And then lastly, what I'm going to be doing is either implementing small amounts of cardio, just nice, easy jogging, 20, 30 minutes, or even better, we're aiming for 10 to 15,000 steps every day, right? 10,000 steps is roughly, on average, 500 calories burned. And you can do that easily by having a very busy day. Go to Costco, go walk your dog a couple times, and then walk to and from, work or something the same day. You're going to be hitting around 10,000 steps. And what's awesome about that is that it puts you in that heart rate zone where you're primarily using fat as energy and you're burning that. But it's also, it's very low stress on the body, and your body doesn't adapt to it as well. And what that means is that if you walk 10,000 steps every day for a year, you're still going to be burning roughly the same amount of calories, versus if you were running 30 minutes every single day for a year, your body would have gotten more efficient and adapted to the running. But it doesn't do that with walking. So it's low intrusive, it's low impact on the body, it's low stress. You're not going to spike your hunger super crazy either by walking more. Now you start doing like 15,000, maybe get a little hungrier. But when you start doing more steps than that, that's when you'll really start to notice that some more negative side effects, feet starting to hurt, a little overstress, maybe pushing yourself a little too hard, but yeah. So just to recap for the video, right? In order to lose belly fat, you gotta remember you can't spot reduce. So you have to lose fat from all over the body. How do you do that? Caloric deficit, figure out your maintenance, do a 250 to 500 calorie drop off of that, deficit off of that, lift weights 2 to 3 times a week, preferably 3, hitting the whole body, and then walk 10,000 steps a day. Simple plan to get you on your way to getting the physique that you want. And it's not very time consuming. It's perfect. It's perfect for you guys who are busy all the dang time, all right? Thank you for watching.